Hey everyone, it's Sarah. No, it's not. It's Nicole, but today on the Crafty Maven Getaway, it's Scraplift Saturday, and Sarah Swan and I are both designers for today, so we decided to scraplift each other. So I just love the way she opens her videos, so I thought I'd pretend it was her for a minute. You know, it's Scraplift Saturday, so I thought I'd scraplift her the way she opens too. And if you haven't, I'm going to be uploading my video to Crafty Maven Getaway and also on my private YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked out Sarah, go check her out on YouTube. Her name is Sarah Swan. I love her. Love her. She is by far one of my favorite YouTubers for scrapbooking. I watch her every day, and she doesn't upload every day, but I watch her every day. So I go back and watch some older stuff she put up, and I knew I wanted to scrap lift this one here, this page here that she did, and it was actually a year ago, and I couldn't find it because I was looking at the titles, and I knew it had to do with favorite shows or something to do with watching a lot of shows on TV or Netflix, and I couldn't find it. So, and I searched for quite a bit. She has like 170 videos or something. So, it's quite the list to go through. So I ended up just messaging her and saying, the one where you you did all your favorite shows. I want to scrap lift that one. So she directed me right to it, and it was exactly a year ago. So what I did was I went on Google and I Googled all the shows that this is probably some of the shows that I binged in the last year. Some of them I watched from episode 1 to the very last one because they were shows that were already done, or some of the shows here were newer, but the whole season was done, or the couple seasons were done, and I watched them from 1 to the end. And I'll give you some of the titles here in a little bit. But so what I did is I Googled the show, and let's say if it was Suits. So I say Suits TV show photos, and then once I would go on there, I would look for the smallest one that was vertical, and I found those were the best ones to print with my Canon selfie, and I would choose with the Pick Frame app. I would choose the one that was 2, and then on the options, you need to change your options too. And I changed my options to the ratio 4:3. And I found that ratio worked perfectly for 2 pictures, and it wasn't blurry, and it fit perfectly. So I printed 2 per 4x6, and I didn't even print off all of my favorites, but it was too much for one page. So what I decided to do, I went into my stash, and I have the Dear Lizzie documentary, the 48 pack, and I got a second sheet of this. And by the way, to create this layout, I use a September hip kit because I'm quite a bit behind my kits, and I want to make sure that I get to use them. So this is like the second layout that I've done with the September kit. You would have seen a layout yesterday. This is going up on Saturday, the 24th. So this is the second layout, and I'm just going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to move on to the October because I've already ordered the November kit, and I want the October kit done before the November kit gets here. So kind of fast forwarding on these hip kits, and going forward, I'm not going to be buying as many add-ons for the hip kits so that I can, because I'm only going to do about 4 layouts a month. So the September kit had a lot of stuff from the Dear Lizzie documentary. So I and also the Amy Tangerine Finders Keepers. So a lot of that stuff is from that kit. And if you want to know what was in that kit, just go to Friday. The September hip kit will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Now, the Crafty Maven Getaway is a channel where there's a whole bunch of YouTubers that Hannah Lemieux and a few others kind of put this YouTube channel together and Facebook group, and every day there's something different. So if you want to check that out, all the info for that channel will be in the description below. And every day something different. And today is Scraplift Saturday. So like I said, me and Sarah were both on today, and we decided to scraplift each other. And this page, like I had said, she had done a year ago, and it was to sort of kind of keep a memory, or document, I guess would be a better word, the shows that we liked in a specific year. So in 2015, and like I said, I didn't put everything here, but I think there's 12. Yes, 12 of them. And those are the shows that I've kind of binged watched, and a lot of them since January. A lot of them were at the end of the year last year, but most of them are this year. And right now what I'm doing is, a lot of times what I do is I bring in a 6x6 paper pad that coordinates a lot with the kit, and this time I could have chosen Dear Lizzie documentary or the Amy Tangerine Finders Keeper, and the only reason I chose Dear Lizzie is because it was right next to me and I just grabbed it. And there was a sheet that was all little circles, so I punched out the circles, and I'm going to use them on this page. I did take out some die cuts from the Amy Tangerine Finders Keepers, and that was in the kit. Now I'm using some Dear Lizzie thickers, and I'm gonna spell the whole title with the heart thickers, and then I'm gonna change it up because it was just too much. And if you know me, I'm not a big fan of gold. It's warming up. I'm using it more and more, but I'm going to bring in some other letters. I did use film strip washi tape, and that was from Bo Bunny from a couple years back, but I still love it, and I decided to use that one instead of the one that I got at Michael's because it is blue, and there's a lot of navy in the collection, so I wanted to use blue instead of black, and it wasn't as harsh, and it was thinner too. It was like a 1/4 inch instead of 1/2 inch, and I like that a whole lot better, and I just ended up adding it 4 strips, and then I'm kind of hanging the pictures off of that. Now I'm going to add pattern papers, and I'm just using the 6x6, and again, not to conserve pattern papers because yes, before I always tried to kill the kit, and I tried to make as many pages as I could. Now I'm just going to do 4 pages a month, but I am going to bring forward whatever I have left over in embellishments and pattern papers, because I'm not going to have as many things from month to month to month. So I am going to end up using a lot of the wood veneer. I'm going to use the word magic, the word best, the word fave, and then on the right side, because I could have printed more pictures, I just didn't want to because I was down to a crunch, as always. So I'm going to use, I'm going to make an embellishment cluster with using a tag and some rub-ons and a 3x4 Project Life card, and then I'm going to use 2 huge wood veneer, one that says love and the other one's smaller but it says story. And she had done a 1-page layout, but because I had printed way more pictures, I decided to do a 2-page spread. This layout took me about 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete, which is not bad because it's a 2-page spread. So, and lately my brain is going towards a 2-page spread because I'm working on a new class, which is going to be a class about 2-page layouts. And if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, I just released a class last week, and the link to my website is also going to be below, and go check it out. It's 5.5 hours of videos. There's 26 videos. The class is $20, so that's less than $1 per video, and a lot of information, right from, it's called Stretch Your Kit, and it's right from putting the kit together to completing 18 layouts. So we complete 18 layouts together. But anyway, on to this layout. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my obsession with shows. Now, I'm the type of personality that I cannot start a show midway. I can't. I got to start it from the beginning. So years ago, if I didn't catch a show from the beginning, I didn't watch it, because I needed to see it from the beginning. Well, now with Netflix and Show Me and, all these other places that offer that you can watch shows from the beginning, it's opened a brand new world for me. So I go back and I watch shows even though they're done. I don't care. I love watching shows, and I love them more than movies, and I'll tell you why. Because a movie, it's 2 hours, you get totally involved with these characters, and then it's done. I hate that. Compared to shows that last, some of them up to 10 years, and you get to know the characters and love the characters and sort of invest into the characters, but it lasts forever. So here are some, and the title is going to be Best Shows on TV, because right now these are some of my favorites. Again, I couldn't put everything, but right now, the way I felt on October 24th, 2015, these are some of my favorite shows that I've watched in the last year. The Flash, and that only had one season, but I think I devoured it in like a week. Bloodline, same thing. I watched it in less than a week. Suits, there's I think it's on the 5th or 6th season, and I hadn't watched it, so I watched it from the beginning. Oh, loved it. The 100 only has 2 seasons, but loved it. The 3rd season should be starting soon if it hasn't already started. What I usually do is I wait till the season is done, because I don't like waiting a week and watching the next one. Scandal, love it. I think this 5th or 6th season has just begun, but again, I'm probably going to wait till the season is over, or at least a lot in, before I start watching it. White Collar, there was 5 or 6 seasons of that. It is done, but I don't mind watching shows like that, because then you watch it from season 1 till the end. One of my favorite shows of all time. Loved it. Bones, 10 season, starting season 11. Watched it from season 1 to now. Parenthood, probably my favorite show of all times. That show, you cry, you laugh, you have every emotion possible in that show, and that is done. And I have to say, I cried and cried and cried when it ended. Just the way it ended. It did end on a positive note at the end, but oh my goodness, there was some sad stuff. The next page, Nashville, which I am not a country fan, I have to say, but love that show. And the reason I watch Nashville is because I watch Friday Night Lights, and Coach Taylor's wife is in Nashville. And the reason I watch Friday Night Lights is because I watch Bloodline, and Sarah, which is kind of funny because she's a big influence, because I love her on YouTube for scrapbooking, but she also got me hooked on a lot of shows, TV shows. So it's funny how, and she also has a booktube channel, and I'll try to remember to link everything down below so you can go check her out. And I used to be a big reader, and I haven't read in a long time, and this summer I've bought a few books, so I'm hoping that I can start reading again. So not only do I love her, on YouTube, but she has influenced me a lot we have the same taste in shows. So that was one of the ones that she had mentioned. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to watch that. So I went and watched it, and because of that, I watched Nashville, and then Witches of East End, which that is done. It only had 2 seasons, but I loved it. And then Person of Interest. Love that too. So I'm, like I said, I probably watch way too much TV, but I don't watch it downstairs sitting on the couch. I watch a few shows like that. I watch maybe one show a night, but I do a lot of night shifts, so I'm a lot at work. And but there's a few shows that I watch, me and my husband, and none of them are on here. This is all shows that I watch by myself, but there's a ton more that I love that I didn't even put on here. This is a lot of shows that I binge watch by myself, and I'll probably do another layout, something like this, that me and my hubby watch together. So be watching for that. I'll be doing a show, and that's going to be fun. I didn't stamp the date on this, but I'm going to, because this is 2015, 14, 15. What I've watched, that's 12 shows. So if you haven't gone ahead and watch some of these shows, you need to watch them. They're amazing. And I'm on, I only watch one show at a time, except for the shows that I watch with my husband. I'll watch an entire show, and then if there's some shows that I'm up to date, what I'll do is once I'm done a whole show, because it's hard for me to start a new show. It's like starting a new book. It's hard for me to get into one. So then what I'll do, if I'm up to date on, let's say, person of interest, I'll go and I'll catch up. And people at work tease me because I have a book and I have all the shows that I watch written. I'm at the season that I watch and the last episode that I watch, because if I don't do that, then when I come back, it takes me a long time to figure out where I'm at. So I know, silly, but I have to, because there's so many that I watch. And while I am creating new YouTube channel for you guys to watch, that is what I'm doing. I'm watching TV shows while I'm scrapping. So that is why, I get to watch a lot of TV shows, because I scrap a lot. And so now I took out some washi tape. I love that booklet of washi tape from Dear Lizzie documentary. And I'm going to use a couple. I used puffy stickers from the Dear Lizzie documentary. I used some wood buttons and some Amy Tangerine die cuts, some tags, and I think the wood veneer came from Amy Tangerine. I know the enamel hearts were from Amy Tangerine. And I love getting a 2-page spread done, because you get so many pictures on there. So I got 12 pictures. I might I'm going to put the date for sure. And then above the title there, I'm going to do a little bit of journaling and talk about how when I create, YouTube videos, I binge watch a lot of these shows, and I am loving every single one of them. And I'm going to put the year 2000. Most of them I watch in 2015, but some of them was right at the end of 2014. And that's it. And don't forget to go check out Sarah Swan and also the Crafty Maven Getaway, where they upload a new video every day of the week. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're new, if you're catching me on Crafty Maven Getaway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.